I'm going to go over the homework. I'm just going to go through these absolute value extraneous solutions. The only thing that you need to make sure that you do is you do the check for each of these problems. So that's something I need to see in your homework. I know it's kind of a pain, but I only gave you 3 problems, so it shouldn't be too bad. Hopefully I gave you enough time in class to actually start some of this. So the first one is b plus 3. So I know my absolute value is by itself already, so I'm going to write b plus 3. I take it out, or b plus 3, b plus 5. I know how words work. B plus 5 is equal to negative 2b minus 4. And then on the other side, I'm going to say b plus 5 is equal to, but instead of negative 2b, I'm going to do positive 2b. Instead of minus 4, I'm going to write plus 4. And I go through and solve each of those. So this is minus b. 5 is equal to negative 3b minus 4. I add 4 to each side. 9 is equal to negative 3b. Divide by negative 3, divide by negative 3. And I have negative 3 is equal to b. I'm going to check this one first, just not to overwhelm the process. So once I get my answer, I plug that number into the original equation. Always use the original equation. So that's going to be negative 3 plus 5 is equal to, so absolute value of, is equal to negative 2 times negative 3 minus 4. So negative 3 plus 5, this is going to be the absolute value of 2, is equal to negative 2 times negative 3 is positive 6 minus 4. The absolute value of 2 is 2. 6 minus 4 is 2. So I know that 3 is one of my solutions. Negative 3 is one of my solutions. Go through and do the same thing. I get my b's on one side. I subtract b. 5 is equal to b plus 4. Subtract 4. B is equal to 1. So I do the same thing here. I replace my b, but in this case, in my original problem, with 1. So it's going to be 1 plus 5 is equal to negative 2 times 1 minus 4. 1 plus 5 is 6. It's going to be negative 2 minus 4. The absolute value of the absolute value of 6 is 6. Negative 2 minus 4 is negative 6. They are not equal to each other, so this is what's called an extraneous solution. Okay, that's an extra solution. And so my only answer for this problem, okay, in this case, b is only going to be negative 3. Okay, and I'm pretty sure the sparkles are probably a little bit irritating, so I'm going to go to a regular pen, even though it's kind of boring. Okay, so before I solve, and I should have left a little bit of space here, but before I solve, so I'm just going to do that up here, I need to get rid of this 2. And so what I have to do is I have to divide each side by 2. So this is going to be 6x minus 2, absolute value, is equal to 4x. Okay, once I'm done doing that, then I'll solve it twice. This is either 6x minus 2 is equal to positive 4x, or 6x minus 2 is equal to negative 4x. So I look at this here. I'm going to subtract 6x from each side. Negative 2 is equal to negative 2x. Divide by negative 2. X is equal to 1. Okay, I'm going to check that in my original problem. I'm going to replace my x's here with 1. So this is going to be 2. 6 times 1 minus 2 is equal to 8 times 1. 2. 6 minus 2, absolute value, is equal to 8. 2 times the absolute value of 4 is equal to 8. Absolute value of 4 is just plain old 4. And 2 times 4 is 8. Okay, so that checks out. Do the same thing to the other side. Subtract 6x. Subtract 6x. Negative 2 is equal to negative 10x. Divide by negative 2. Divide by negative 2. Oh, good Lord. Okay, as long as I didn't do that. I'm going to divide by, divide by -10, divide by -10. What I end up with is, well, when I simplify, because I can divide both of these by -2, okay, negative divided by negative is positive, I get 1/5. I know that's not a lovely answer, but it is a possible answer. I check it. You can always just put this in Desmos if you're not good with fractions. So 6 times 1/5. So I replace my first x. Minus 2 is equal to 8 times 1/5. Now, you can put all of this in Desmos. Let me bring Desmos up. Okay. So my original, so it's going to be, I have my 2 on the outside, absolute value of 6 times 1/5. Okay. Minus 2. Okay, minus 2. Okay, press enter. And then I do, okay, what's 8 times 1/5? And I get 1.6. So in both cases I get 1.6, so I know it's a solution. I mean, I can do this algebraically. So I'm going to write, there we go. So I can just do this algebraically really quickly. And so I finish this up, so this is going to be 2, this will be 6/5 minus 2 is equal to 8/5. 2, common denominator, 6/5 minus 10/5 is equal to 8/5. You guys can fast forward through this if you don't want to see the boring fraction work. This is going to be -4/5, sorry, -4/5 is equal to 8/5. The absolute value of 4/5 is positive 4/5. And when I multiply across, I have 8/5 equals 8/5. Now, I don't care. I would like to see this in your check, and then the 1.6 and the 1.6. Those are the things I'd like to see in Desmos. This is if you put this in the calculator, in the Desmos calculator. So I want to see that you know how to substitute in the equation and that you have your two answers here. You don't need all of the work in it. I just need to be able to see that you know how to do your check. And so we say, okay, both of those are a solution. So x is equal to 1/5 or 1.6, comma 1. Or 1.6, sorry. 1/5 is not 1.6, it's 0.2. 0.2, comma 1. So either of these is your correct answer. All right, last one. Here, again, we got to get x by itself. So we have 2 times the absolute value of x plus 1 minus x is equal to 3x minus 4. I'm hoping I left enough space. So I add x, 2 times x plus 1 is equal to 4x minus 4. Divide everything by 2. Absolute value of x plus 1 is equal to 2x minus 4. And now I'm ready to solve it twice. So I'm actually going to change my colors a little bit. So I have either x plus 1 is equal to, oh, geez Louise, cannot be making these mistakes. This should be 2. Okay. 2x minus 2 minus x, 1 is equal to x minus 2, add 2, x is equal to 3. Okay, and I can plug that into my original problem, 2 times 3 plus 1, because I'm replacing the x here, minus 3, place this x here, is equal to 3 times 3, because I'm replacing this 3 here, minus 4. So that's going to be the absolute value of 4 minus 3 is equal to 9 minus 4. I know the absolute value of 4 is 4. And actually, 9 minus 4 is 5. 2 times 4 is 8, minus 3. 5 is equal to 5, and that checks out. Okay, the next one, we do the same thing. X plus 1 is equal to negative 2x plus 2. Subtract x. 1 is equal to negative 3x plus 2. Subtract 2. Subtract 2. Negative 3 is equal to negative 3. Oof, good lord. Okay. 1 minus 2 is negative 1. Divide by negative 3. Divide by negative 3. X is equal to 1/3. Okay, same thing. You can substitute everything into Desmos or the Desmos calculator if you want. I'm just going to do it here. So it's going to be 2 times 1/3 plus 1 minus 1/3 is equal to 3 times 1/3 minus 4. Okay. So we'll go to the Desmos calculator. 2 times the absolute value of 1/3 plus 1. Okay. Minus 1/3. Okay, and that's 2.3 repeating. And I go here, 3 times 1/3 minus 4. I'm afraid I did something wrong. Okay, let me just make sure I did this right. Oh no, that's right. 1 minus 2 minus 2, which is negative 1. It's positive 1/3. Plugged it in. 2 times 1/3 plus 1 minus 1/3 is equal to 3 times 1/3 minus 4. Nope. This one was not a solution. I just want to make sure. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't mean to throw you off. But yeah, I have 2.3 for one and negative 3 for the other. I'm just going to go through. So, and I'm sorry for the long pause. My answer is x. If you don't want to see me do the fraction work, is just x equals 3. There's only one solution. 1/3 is what's called extraneous. Okay, it's an extra solution, extraneous. So this is going to be 2 times 1/3 plus 3/3 minus 1/3 is equal to 3 times 1/3 minus 12/3, because I find a common denominator. This is going to be 2 times, I add the numerators, this is going to be 4/3 minus 1/3 is equal to 3 times negative 11/3. Okay. Absolute value of positive 4/3 is just 4/3 minus 1/3 is equal to negative 33/3. This is 8/3 minus 1/3 is equal to negative 11. 7/3 is equal to negative 11, and that so that's right. And so these do not equal each other. Okay, I know I did something wrong here. I'm sorry. I can't pause this video, so I'm trying to figure out what I did wrong here. Minus x is equal to 3x minus 4. Oh, okay. I know what I did wrong. in my check. I wrote something down wrong in my check. So yeah, I'm sorry if you're watching this, because this is just extraneous. That was the conclusion. I'll just go through because I wrote down the wrong thing. So this is 2 times 1/3 plus 1 minus 1/3 should be equal 3 times 1/3 minus 4. There shouldn't be any parentheses around anything. So, so 2 times, yeah, okay. I don't know why I did that. So it's 2 times 1/3 plus 3/3 minus 1/3 is equal to 3 times 1/3 is 3/3 minus 4. 2 times 4/3, absolute value, minus 1/3 is equal to 1 minus 4. 2 times positive 4/3 minus 1/3 is equal to negative 3. 8/3 minus 1/3 is equal to negative 3. 7/3 is equal to negative 3. And so it's actually not, which is the same thing that we had before, so we still have the same conclusion. And I apologize for the long video. I completely botched that. So, but hopefully some of it was helpful. Just this, not this last check where my brain stopped working and I cannot pause it from the iPad. So that's the disadvantage there.